Go pancakes, go pancakes. Go, go, go.
What's up you guys, Kiliancha here, and we're still here in the east side of Singapore. We're gonna be visiting a local Canadian friend specifically who lives here. He's gonna be cooking 2 dishes for us, 1 Asian, 1 Canadian dish, and I'm so excited. Let's go. So we just got off the bus, just a few stops from our house. We're kind of like neighbors. It's kind of like hot right now, and the walkway doesn't have any shade, but it's okay. Hey!
How you doing, Kitty?
Morning, morning. Call daddy.
Daddy, daddy, daddy.
Good.
Yay.
Alright, so a little bit of living space here.
Oh, nice.
You know, functional balcony. Now, of course, what happens is
Beautiful house.
there's construction happening. These are custom, and then she decided to make it like this so that we can still allow a light in, and if there are guests that want to sleep over, that table goes down.
Okay.
So it becomes a room, but you know, to save costs, sometimes we do homework here or read, or you know, just contains space. And so
Kind of cool.
Smells don't go all over the place. So it's yeah, and then this is where. This is the first one. You guys hungry?
We're fine.
You're fine. All right. Yeah, I've had to learn to adapt to smaller spaces.
Yeah.
In Canada, US, there's always
Yeah, bigger spaces, right?
you can have 2 or 3 people in the kitchen and work with people, but here, do it yourself here. Otherwise, you're throwing elbows into like MMA. But we've been very resourceful with what we use, and then we create meals that everybody can enjoy in the family. I'm a fan of coconut flavor ever since I've been here.
Yes.
I love the coconut milk and coconut, that richness. I like curry. I love Thai food. I love Vietnamese food. Of course, Singaporean food. But
Asian food got coconut.
yeah, Asian, yeah. I've learned that a lot of the meals that you get at the hawker stands, you can make at home. And I know what ingredients I make at home. I know how to cook, and I know what ingredients I put into my meal, so at least I can control the portions, control the amount of chemistry. And red means hot, because that's a flag that you use when you say, okay, something's hot and something's mild. Green here still means hot. Red means prepare your ass. Right? So I'm using a green curry, rice base, because I like rice noodles, because it's gluten free. Once again, cheat. I can't really make my own coconut milk, right? So I got a friend that turned me onto this. I don't know what this is. Apparently it's Thai, but it's like the magic sauce. All right, the ultimate cheat sheet. This. Now, have I cooked chicken broth from scratch? Absolutely, but not this time. And yeah, rice base. There's another wider version of this. Can't find it anywhere though. Ever since COVID or ever since the lockdown, my family didn't always have a lot of resources, so I grew up with my mom making something out of nothing. At least I grew up in Canada. I didn't grow up in the US. I'm Canadian born. I've lived the last 17 years in the US, but most of my formative years have been in Canada, and I also lived in Zimbabwe and other countries such as that. My family's Guyanese. I grew up in Guyana. There's a lot of food from the West Indies that they've adopted as well too, along with Indian food as well, because
And Caribbean.
yeah, Caribbean. Yeah, Caribbean is made up of mostly African, but also Indian and Chinese.
Yeah.
Because many years ago there was indentured workers, you know, laborers that went from India to that part of the world, you know, along with African slaves, but indentured workers from Portugal, indentured workers from China, indentured workers from India ended up there. And the ones who were able to survive, totally different, the shock of the system, not everybody survived, but those who did, all right, ended up being part of the population, mixed in, and so they have different colors, different blends, and different shades of Guyanese
Very
and West Indians.
diverse.
So all I'm going to do right now is juice up this, just hot enough for it to dissolve, melt. All right, and start. I like this gas stove because it's going to heat up very quickly.
That's how you open it, with scissors. Yeah.
How do you open it?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, good. I'm not sure with this up. a different culture. I open it with their teeth. I don't know.
The teeth. What do you call this dish?
I just gotta describe it as ingredients I put into it. Coconut curry soup. Just so it doesn't stick to the pan. Just a little bit. Where it's not notable is just to release the flavors of the garlic and the onions, which is foundational to this. Put it on in first. Onions release more moisture, so the garlic doesn't stick to the pan. That's enough of that right. Burn. Cube.
So the cube
Is just one cube.
added to the coconut milk.
Yeah, coconut milk. Mix it in. Oh, this is another cheat as well too.
Green curry.
Right.
Thai.
Yeah, it's Thai. Yeah, I love Thai food. I love Thai curry. I think you asked me why don't you use the West Indian curry? How's it the same? How's it different? I can't describe. It's just different. They just use different seasonings.
Different spices.
Yeah, different spices, right? So I can't mimic the flavor that I had growing up. Number one. Okay. Now this is where the heat comes in.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Reduce this so it doesn't splash out, just let it dissolve through.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be creamy.
Yeah,
Woo!
creamy. It just creates, I think it just creates a much more richer flavor. If you can create the broth that the noodles cook in, be nice and rich. Okay. So this doesn't take that much time at all, barely any time at all. I'll just try and boil through. Oh, magic ingredient. As to how much, I don't know, but since you guys are here,
Have you tried it on its own? It's like salty.
I add it on eggs and my
On
almonds.
eggs?
Yeah,
Okay, I see.
yeah. I told it this is great for eggs. I do it when I'm making rice or my own type of or anything that I can
Kind
use
of like
it
a
with.
seasoning.
Yeah, it's like Maggie but
Yeah.
better. Is it Maggie or Maggi?
Maggie.
Maggie, yeah, Maggie or better. Okay. Once again,
Is this vermicelli?
yeah, this is vermicelli. Once again, I'm cheating because I'm not gonna make my own vermicelli, right?
Who does?
No. Well, for the first time, I didn't realize that every Asian uses a rice cooker. I thought you guys made rice from scratch. You know? Yeah, I know. But I'm asking people, how do you cook rice in a pot? And people look at me like I was crazy because they're thinking, what kind of backwoods person from the West doesn't use a rice cooker? I'm thinking, what kind of Asian doesn't use the rice cooker? I thought, wow, all Asians use rice cookers. So yeah, joke's on me. I'm ignorant. And it dissolved down pretty quickly. Ah, yeah.
Oh, the smell.
Yeah, I know. That's gonna be awesome. Garnish. I'm going to try to cut this as slim as possible so that when you add it to your soup, it can soften up and not be crispy.
What type of green is that?
This is baby Thailand. So I use now more simply salt and pepper more often. Back home, I used to over season a lot. I think it seasons way too much. And now I like cooking in a way that allows me to get more of the flavor of the ingredients I'm using. Then this is that noise, that sizzle noise. Ah, yeah. Bottom. That's for us to share.
What? Let's try it together.
No.
Let's try
I've tried it before. I want to see your reaction when you try it here. Capture on film with a smile or like a, oh, what is this?
All right. So good. Rich, creamy. I mean, you can't go wrong with coconut milk.
Yeah, it's fail safe.
And how many did you put again?
I put 2 boxes, should have put 3. 3 would have been even more phenomenal.
You know what? We've never done this at home, but I think we're gonna do this from now on.
It's actually good.
Making broth using coconut milk is like a, you know, like nasi lemak, right? No, laksa. If this was made in a food stall back home, would I be successful? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm coming to Philippines.
I mean, easy to cook, easy to eat, and it's like healthy ingredients put together.
We need the fat from coconut milk because coconut in itself is a healthy food.
Yeah.
Our body actually needs more fat, right? When you have too many carbs, that's when you start to have the sugar highs and lows. This is a physician brain coming in. But when you have the right amount of fats, it makes the flavor of food more rich, releases the ingredients such as garlic and onions in a different way, but also to leave you feeling full. What I like about eating it this way is instead of like cooking it with the vegetables or having it the vegetables hot, you get more texture, right? You get the crunch and soft.
Which makes it like enjoyable to eat. You have all those textures, and it's not that spicy.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
For you, is it spicy for you?
It's okay. It's that green pass, right? No.
Oh, we eat like very spicy food.
This
So
one
this is
I
like,
feel like our daughter can take.
Yeah. I'll put it this way. This is white person spicy.
I see.
Guess what? I'm a picky eater by nature. I'm a horrible guest.
Hard to please.
Well, that's not hard to please, but there's certain foods I just don't eat, right? And then it makes my experience less enjoyable. So when you're asking me, hey, do you eat this and try this? I'm texting, and on the other hand, I'm going, what's this again? Because I'm self-admittedly am a horrible person to cook for. But I can please other people if I'm in control in the kitchen. So I'm a bit of a control freak in the kitchen.
And you have issues with texture.
I like things that you can bite through. Being in Southeast Asia, some foods I've never tried to eat before.
Yeah.
Until I came here, like I've never eaten mussels. I know, if I look right. I've never eaten mussels, I've never eaten lobster, shrimp, prawns.
Wow. We just finished eating the beautiful, rich, creamy Thai curry noodles with chicken and veg. It's so good. I'm getting quite full, but Max is gonna prepare some pancakes, specifically Canadian pancakes, something that he grew up eating in Canada. He's gonna share his favorite brand of maple syrup for this type of pancake, so I can't wait. He's preparing the ingredients right now, so let's go check out the kitchen.
So this is one of the few pancake recipes I'm willing to share. Because pancakes are my comfort food, and it's a breakfast, dessert, you get it. First things first, separate the eggs. Egg white from the egg yolk. Add some water, mix it through. Normally you can add milk to it, but water makes it nice and light. To add to any mix, whenever you can, is vanilla. Vanilla. Use it very sparingly. I don't cook with it very often, bake with it very often, so this is a special occasion, and you guys deserve the real thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Add the dry ingredients. Don't worry, the sweat's not going into the mix. Fold in egg whites. You don't need gluten-free flour, you can use regular flour. And you don't need to whip up the egg white separately, but I'm doing it so I can get it nice and airy. Test that. Do the bubbles in the center, do they collapse? No. Now it's ready to flip because the bubbles are still standing strong. And what does it look like? Almost perfect. Okay? Golden. That's better. Normally I eat this standing up next to the stove. I don't even sit down. I just cook, glaze, eat, because I like it hot. Okay. Some call it lazy. I call it efficient. All right.
For sure.
All right. Why?
Pancakes from scratch. We normally have this like whenever we go to restaurants, because whenever we're at home for breakfast it's rice, and if we want pancakes then we'll get an instant one that we easily can cook. So this is gonna be special for us.
All right. And just for you, I'll share my recipe with you afterwards.
Yes, thanks.
True maple syrup, glass container.
I'm gonna get a huge bite.
No?
Wow, so fluffy.
Why?
I like that the outer part is kind of like a little bit toasty, and then the inside is like, wow, so good.
Worth the wait, guys?
Yeah.
Why?
Let's try to do this at home.
My pancake dance. Go pancakes, go pancakes, go pancakes. Go, 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 go.
This with bacon, oh my goodness. Your eyes will roll back in your head when you actually eat this, or even bakwa. Cooking this with bakwa, adding this into it. But the combination of the savory and the sweet. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And when you eat it with savory, you get to eat more. Love it.
This is a labor of love. I'm happy you guys have me as guests enjoying my favorite meal, pancakes. We're bringing world peace. You know, if China and the USA had pancakes together, do you know how many trade deals to be made? You know how much beef would be squashed?
And that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much, DC, Max, Brent, whatever you call it. You have so many names. Thank you so much for having us and for your delicious dishes, things that you have learned to cook and you grew up eating and you shared with us, and we're very much happy to have been able to experience that from you.
It's my pleasure for you guys to be my first guest here.
Oh yeah,
That's so awesome.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much. And guys, you should follow him on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll put the links in the description box below, and I'll see you on the next video in this series. Goodbye from Singapore.